Little jobs on you.
Okay, when Torsten came back, because you know we're a little bit ahead of you guys, like they did put a little the wardrobe department, but I think it was Cameron. I don't quote me on that, but I believe it was Cameron. They pretended like the wardrobe department needed him for a fitting, and they put the outfit out in front of his door, and it was just a nude thong. So that was his fitting.
It's hard to join an already established cast that is very, very tight.
Was it hard to join an already established cast that was tight? No, I don't think so. Not this one. You know, there's such a lack of ego or drama, or even, I mean, from Susan down, you know, Susan is like...
Queen of daytime.
She's the queen, and she's so unassuming and so gracious and so lovely. And, you know, it's just really cool. Like, the hair and makeup room is where it all goes down. And you get to hear Lindsay laugh from a mile away. She's a great laugh. And, you know, people are in there, the women especially, they get there, what's your call that? Sometimes like 6 a.m., 5:30? 6 a.m. You know, the women take a lot longer than the men. And they do such a good job with the women. I think our hair and makeup people are great. But everybody was just really welcoming. I think as long as you take care of, you know your lines, you come into work, and you know nobody's gonna step on anybody else's toes. So I didn't feel that way.
I have a great Susan story. Because, well, actually, it's kind of crazy. I have worked with her daughter for so long on Passion, so I kind of knew Susan, met her a few times, and saw her in the hospital when Liza was giving birth to her children. Now she's got 3. It's kind of crazy. So I kind of knew Susan just like a little bit. So when I joined the show, we kind of talked a little bit. And my story about her, and then I will also say a side note, is that the cast is phenomenal over at All My Children. I mean, there is no ego. They work hard and they make you feel like you are one of them, like without a doubt. They just sucked you right in, you know, both of us. I really feel like they're just amazing. But Susan, the other day, you know how women like fancy shoes? How we all like to look at those fancy shoes? And we were talking one day about, it's like a month ago, about like fancy shoes and how some women actually put them in their cabinets on display because, you know, shoes are really expensive. And, I mean, they can be, okay? The ones that Susan gets are. She goes, oh my gosh, when I was in Vegas for the Emmys, I bought the cutest shoes. I've got to show you. And we were in the makeup room talking about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's like, I'm going to bring them in. Well, the next day I see her, and she's like, oh, I didn't know you could be here today. I should have brought my shoes in for you. They're fabulous. And I said, oh, okay. Well, the next day I was like upstairs and doing something, and I get a page from the makeup room to come down to the makeup room. And I'm like, what? This is weird. So I come down there, and there she is, and she's like, hold on 1 second. And she went, grabbed her shoes, and let me tell you, they were Cinderella shoes, like modern day. I mean, they were sparkly, like crystals, and like they were these. I go, those definitely belong in the cabinet. She's cool like that, you know. She's like a little girl who wants to just have fun, you know. We'd like.